Game. Where is it? There we go. First game of today's XiaoY Cup 15. We're in the semifinals. These two players have already gone through the gauntlet yesterday of the early rounds, and today we're going to be finishing down to the best four, and these two Koreans now are battling for one of the slots into the final in this best of three. FoCuS should be considered the big favorite here, but XiaoY, he's definitely an up-and-coming human player, one of the most promising at the moment in the scene, has had quite a few successes recently, taking out strong players at least. XiaoY hasn't won a big tournament or anything, but he is starting to make more and more of a name for himself. The B-boy from Korea, going up against the veteran from Korea, the ORC FoCuS, who we were even discussing previously the last couple of months if he might not be the best ORC in the world at the moment. Aslan's performance was somewhat dropping off recently, and FoCuS was just playing out of his mind for a couple of weeks. But when it came to the big offline tournaments, once again FoCuS didn't exactly fail, but didn't play his best either, not his best that we had seen previously. Once again, it feels like FoCuS is at his strongest online. And he is going with the Farseer. So, not just pure Blade Master, only Farseer tech without a Barracks against the AM first here from XiaoY. Yeah, Farseer was already a very popular choice on Northern Isles in 1.30.4. And FoCuS still fond of the hero.
Are under attack.
Wait a minute. Okay, he is going for Barracks. I was like, Borov before Rax? What? But yeah, he's going for the Barracks. Nothing too crazy here. We're not going to have the Windrider rush without any grunts. They will be joining those grunts later on. But it's going to be a little while. The tech here is going to be much faster for the Orc. How's it looking for XiaoY? Well, actually, he's almost got the lumber already. And XiaoY very defensively, running into the main right away. The key scout here was with the footy, saw the Farseer coming across. And the number one priority right now for XiaoY is not to take any damage or as little damage as possible on the economy. Two entrances into the main. That's very unusual. So he can go into the main and defend his peasants more easily and not just be locked into this one single entrance. Interesting choice. So far, no peasants have died. And the town hall is coming up. We compare the techs. It's about half a tech ahead, maybe a little bit less. Stuck with the arcane only now. Or scout tower, that is. Oh, the peasant! He almost saves him. But the Farseer gets the last hit, the first little bit of experience. AM with the claws of attack. That was a very fortunate find for him earlier. Helps with dealing with the wolves. But also you want to be careful not to take too much damage on the Archmage here. With the second hero TC or Shadowhunter coming in and a scroll of speed, and then right click on the AM. This can be very dangerous. Archmage, squishiest hero in the game. 450 HP only, 3 armor. Nothing dies as easy as him. But at least he's pretty fast. Wolf harassment continues. And ideally, FoCuS wants to try to not give up any experience to this AM and deny his level 2. He only gets 25 HP, I think, right? 25 HP with a level up, but it's something. And gets the wolf as well, so now only one single wolf away from the level up. Nice surround there, by the way. Lumbermill coming, blacksmith coming. XiaoY is going to be going for rifles here and perhaps a tower or two in the base because he's expecting Windriders. Bestiary plus totem, so not pure mass Windrider. And what is the second hero? TC is the more standard choice. In the past, long time ago, it used to be all about chain wave combo with a Farseer and a Torrent Chieftain. But nowadays it's more stomp. Utilize scrolls of speed, the great strength that that item gives you for only 50 gold. Run in, stomp something, and look for snipes, look for pickoffs. For that reason also, it's very popular to add Windriders, as they're excellent at these kind of assassination run-bys. Run in with the scroll, kill 1 or 2 units, and then back up again. Ideally, before slow hits you or anything. But, is he even going for slow? Is XiaoY going for the Sanctum? He is. And the MK second. The carry hero for humans that we've been seeing lately. Against Farseer, TC, Alchemist also can be very, very popular. If you're expecting the AoE damage especially. So, if you don't go Stomp, you're going to be less easily countered with an Alchemist and the AoE healing he can provide. But yeah, it's no Alchemist. Because most likely, XiaoY is expecting the Stomp as well, and not the Shockwave. Pretty slow leveling here from the TC. Couldn't he have crept this camp first? Maybe he needed to wait for the third grunt, so he couldn't do it right away. But of course, big experience lead here on the AM compared to the Farseer. And solo experience will continuously be given to the TC. He's going to be the carry hero here. Kind of the same for both races. TC for the Orc and MK for the human. It's level 2 now, and this is going to be a big tell. What's the spell here that we have? Not choosing it yet. Greater Invul, very good. And it is the Shockwave. It is the good old Chainwave combo. Against that, Scrolls of Healing will be very important. This shop is going to be so crucial in this match. Both players will want those Scrolls of Healings. It's going to be a severe battle for them. Chain Wave. No, he doesn't have Chain Lightning yet, of course. He's level 1 on the Farseer. Level 2 now for the MK. It's daytime already. Almost. Only 1 hour away. Upon daytime, Heal Scroll becomes available. Very, very important. The Wolf scouts for it. I'm really surprised that FoCuS is starting this camp. It's basically daytime. He's giving up the Merchant for this. But he gets the Health Stone. That is a good item. But was that the better trade? AM's camping here in the shadows. The Cloak of Shadows nowadays, of course, is working during daytime as well. And there we go. Gets the scroll and the Invul. Really, really big pickups for him. TC almost level 3 here. Farseer will finally be level 2 in a moment. No expansion here, of course, for XiaoY. Too risky. Wolves continuing to scout. We have damage upgrades coming in for the rifles. Well, the hero is getting caught somewhat out of position. MK, though, not quite fast enough to catch up. Scroll of Speed secures the retreat. FoCuS not fully healed up yet, though. And he's really close to double level ups. He really doesn't want to fight right now. He would have loved to steal this Ogre Magi camp. I think he scouted with a wolf earlier, perhaps. But he will be denied. But if FoCuS can find a favorable creepjack position here, then perhaps he is going to take this fight. I think ideally he would like to dispel a water elemental or two, get the level up that way. Is XiaoY intentionally not using the elemental for that reason? He will be using it in a second, and MK coming in with the lightning shield and the clap. Plenty of AoE damage from the second hero. We have Militia coming in from the main as well. Double level ups here for FoCuS. He was waiting for those with the chain wave combo coming in right away. Heal scroll used against it, trying to out heal the damage, but TP has to be used, and the Walker ethereal form was a little bit too late. The caster damage is enough there to pick off that Orc caster. That was a little sloppy, I guess. Oh. But behind this, there's an expansion coming, which I hadn't even seen for the longest time. That is very unusual. Ziggy Zetter, thank you very much for the 2 months. And once again, shop control, so important. Imagine if FoCuS had that heal scroll. Imagine if it had been denied to XiaoY. Oh, but the AM will have to TP for this. He gets the scroll, but will cost him the TP. But that's worth it, in my opinion. We'll use the disenchant. Only one walker left, by the way. More walkers are coming, but the mana is very, very low. Mainly, though, you want walkers against slow, and of course for Spirit Link, but there's no slow at all in this army. This is just rifles and priests. Kodo Beast lacking behind. Seems to be an easy pickup. MK found the greater mana potion. Oh my god. Absolutely the best item he could have hoped for. And once again, We have FoCuS going for the counterattack. And with plays like these, just running into the main and seemingly for distraction only. And the Walker gets caught as well. FoCuS's rallies here a little, leaving a little bit to be desired. It's not easy to kill that one though.
A town is under siege.
And the Walker will actually get away. I'm not sure if FoCuS has pillage. What are the resources saying? He does have pillage. Oh, he's going deep for this. FoCuS, you don't have a TP. What? What? Does FoCuS? You're stuck now. What the hell? This is all dead. I think he believed he had a TP, but he didn't. Maybe he went to the shop, spammed the T for the teleport, thought he had it, and then realized too late he did not. But yeah, I mean, it's all dead. Oh my god, so much experience. Double level 4. Oh my goodness. Whew. That is one serious overextension. Oh my god. Well, he bought time for his expansion at least. Dude, if FoCuS comes back from this, it would be so insane. What do you guys think? Oh, we have Grubby in chat. Grubby, expert comment on this. What was the tactical idea behind this? I guess he just thought he had the TP, right? That must be it, or I can't explain it any other way. Ouchie. Small losses, yeah. I mean, he got a couple of peasants, right? So it was basically a trade. No, of course, I'm just kidding here. Yeah, that was a massive throw. Well, I don't know if it was a throw. Was he far ahead in this game? He had the expansion, yes, but it didn't really seem like he had the stronger army by a long shot. But yeah. You can't just lose your entire army in your opponent's base, including all heroes. And yeah, I mean, obviously FoCuS here is trailing far behind. Amazingly, the supply is still even. Isn't that insane? Oh shit, another walker. Dude, this is your death trap. You should stop running in here. Oh, base race continues. Okay, shockwave, chain lightning. Seems like FoCuS realizes there's no way he's gonna be winning a straight up fight anymore, so why just not go for a base race? Trading TPs over here. Kodo gets the Devour off, but also one raider will be lost. Oh no! And again, the walker's left behind. Okay, FoCuS.
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't know what's happening this game, but he needs to shake it off for the second one. It's not exactly 100% over yet. But if I was a betting man, I would put some shekels on Sock right now, I think. In 2 Minuten, thank you very much for the sub. If you ask me, it feels like FoCuS hasn't quite hit his stride yet today. Like you know, he's not in the groove just yet. But this is the best of 3. It's far from over. Easy found a pendant of energy. Ooh. But I always feel like if there's enough AoE healing against the chain wave combo, it's just kind of like meh. And there's double scroll of healing, in fact, on Sock's side. Who's getting closer to 5 heroes, by the way. Ooh. And the MK is kind of continuing the role that we have seen him play against Night Elf already in the last couple of weeks. Where he's the substitute for sorceresses. Because sorceresses slow everything, that's good. But the MK, if he just spams clap, can oftentimes take that role. play that role of the slowing utility, basically. And of course, lots of damage that the MK provides, not the sorceresses. And if you don't need sorceresses, you can add in more damage and more healing if you already have the control with the slow, with the clap.
Players' forces are under attack.
This army never seemed to be playable against Orc late game if you don't have slow. But with the MK, maybe it is. Chain wave combo again. Heal scroll number 1 coming out. Cast was running all over the place, and actually these rifles were caught in a pretty bad position. Militia can't come to the aid in this fight because they've all been killed earlier, kind of. Second scroll of healing coming in, but more and more AoE spells being used by FoCuS. And hold up! Is he really winning this game? Are you serious? TC has more mana. He's got 2 more shockwaves. There's another one. And actually, everything's starting to fall. Use your greater mana potion, dude! MK, there we go. Now using it. Feels a little bit late. Super scrappy now, this engagement. Neither player really has much remaining in this fight. Shockwave coming in again. MK's almost level 5, by the way. How are the levels looking over here for FoCuS? Oh my god, double level 5s. Double level 5s. That's insane level ups. TC out of mana. And I think Sok will be cleaning this up. It looked pretty good there for a little while. Oh, the mana potion. Not able to reach with the shockwave there on the rifles. 2-0 rifles, by the way. But the Farseer is here for the pickoffs. But this is 5-5 human heroes. What's the MK got? Level 3 clap. I think level 3 Stormbolt would actually be better. And again, shop control. This is the 3rd out of 3 heal scrolls. Every single one so far went to Sok. I really didn't like that first decision.
A player's forces are under attack.
Second daytime or whatever it was, the first heal scroll daytime, when FoCuS gave this one up, when his Spiritling was still so strong, and instead crept this camp. I think that was the first mistake. Of course, later on we had the suicide into the main. That was probably a bigger mistake. He's still in this FoCuS here. He's got a TC who's almost level 5. That's pretty good. But like, what does the Farseer do now? Doesn't even have level 2 wolves. He's all in on this AoE damage idea.
A player's forces
But
are under
I always feel like you just need the proper amount of heal scrolls and then you're fine. Kind of surprised that Sok didn't go for the second one right away as it was available. I guess he was pretty low army, wanted to get a bigger force first. Creeping for gold now. And here we go. Second heal scroll or what? Yep, certainly. TC can get level 5 over here from this camp. This brings him dangerously close though to Sok. FoCuS once again coming in looking for the creepjack opportunity, but dude.
The town is under siege.
Scary human army. So much piercing damage. Which isn't exactly the most effective against all of this. Oh, MK very far forward. So far FoCuS has never tried with the hero kill attempts. Of course he doesn't have the best heroes himself to try to do this. Both trying to get the Magnetor Reaver. He is magic immune, by the way, in case you guys were thinking, how about a magic steal? Nope. He's spell immune. TC getting FoCuS, dropping very low. Healthstone though was available. We have the Wands of Illusion coming in as well. Shockwave, dispels, AoE damage everywhere. And the MK only has 1 spell left actually. Level 3 clap once again for him, but big heal scroll. One more time used right there. And there is the clap! Doing so much AoE damage to this Orc force, and kind of in the back, everything is still fairly healthy for the human. Final level 4 for the Farseer. Are we gonna see the level 2 wolves? No, we're not. We're gonna see the Shockwave and Chain Lightning combo once again. TC, he is level 5, but he might be dead. GG out before that happens, and Sok takes the 1-0 lead. I always feel like these Farseer strats are very momentum based. You kind of, you distract your opponent in the early game. If you have a good early, you delay the level 3 AM before the first big fight, and then around 40 supply with a first heal scroll, with a Spirit Link. I feel like that's one of the biggest power spikes with that Farseer strat. I really don't like the fact that FoCuS gave up on that heal scroll and went into the creeping game. Like, level 3 Shockwave sounds good, but it's not as good as a level 5 MK. Yeah, whether he goes for Clap or for Stormbolt. Thank you very much, Chillabong92 with a 2-month resub. Yeah, I feel like I have seen FoCuS play this more crisply and more frighteningly before. Like, he played these Farseer strats a lot in 1.30.4. For example, one encounter that especially stood out to me was him against Hawk in the XiaoY Cup final, where he destroyed Hawk with 3-0, like completely left him no chance. And there he didn't go for the old school chain wave combo, but rather the newer approach, speed scroll abuse, Wind Rider, TC stomp, and then weaving in and out. And I think FoCuS also really good with his Wind Rider play. We saw that from him previously. Chain wave, I mean, it looks cool. If the combo lines up perfectly, gets a triple kill, it's great for the highlight reels. But heal scroll is just the mortal enemy. Oh, Hawk's in chat right now. Hawk, I didn't want to say that you didn't have a chance, but in that series, I mean, you have to kind of admit that was rather one-sided back then. Where it was all 3 times Farseer, by the way. But it's a new day and age. It's 1.30. No, 1.31. I'm so used to saying 1.30. And the Blade Master is back to former glory. So I think we're going to be seeing him more in the next couple of weeks and months. And I certainly think we're going to be seeing him here. Oh, I almost forgot to update the overlay. Because we are on Last Refuge. Outstanding Blade Master map. Clause after clause after clause. And nowadays, the orc... I almost said a bad word there. The orc enthusiasm for clause has returned as they go into the damage multiplier once again. If this is a Farseer, I'm going to be greatly, greatly amazed. Yeah, this is the Blade Master. Okay. Farseer always has been map dependent, and I guess even more so the case nowadays. Blade Master will love to try to stack up on items here. Claws over here, here, here. Mirrored on the other side as well. You can get a great item over here on the Rock Golem. With Raider pullout and Snare Surround, the Ogre Lords are pretty easy to grab up also. And to make matters even better, the Ogre Magi's, if you have some time in the early game or in the mid game, might be even able to snipe those. But I doubt that's going to be the case. I think FoCuS is going to be trying to slow down the Archmage as much as he can. Last Refuge for this, one of the best maps. Possibly the best map for Blade Master level 1 harass. We saw this against humans in the past and also against Night Elf with their rise of 1.30. This used to be one of the best early game orc maps against Night Elf for the reason that you can deny level 2. And Keeper level 1 is pretty weak. Any hero level 1 is pretty weak. And AM especially is very squishy as well. Find the Gloves of Haste. Which... Oh, right, overlay. And not focus in the lead. Yes, thank you very much, chat. That's of course the other way around. Is this now the weakest of the 4 items, by the way? Gloves of Haste? On level 1, I think it is, right? I think it is. Maybe not on a Blade and a Demon, because they already got high armor and they really benefit from increased attack speed very much. But I think on every other hero, this is pretty poor.
A town is under siege.
Suck is being aggressive on level 1. Wanting to cancel the shop, maybe? FoCuS, by the way, went for the first High Priest, going for the second High Priest right now. With this, he's dropping pretty low, so if he doesn't get the shop up, it's gonna be very hard for him to heal. But the AM also making no attempts at level 2, not creeping anything here further. The scouting of the grunt is very important. You always want to keep tabs on what your opponent is doing. There could be militia creeping this, perhaps, but it's far away from the main, so I think you even need like 6 militia or something. So we basically never see it. Sometimes we see 1 water elemental left over here and then creeping with militia, but that is not the case. Oh, the Blade Master found the replenishment. And now, how good is the last hitting game? Oh, he misses it. Did he attack the footy? So the AM is going to be level 2. That was kind of a big miss, right? Did he attack the footy or the Nightcrawler? Well, anyways, he didn't get the Nightcrawler, so the AM is level 2 at the very least. Oh, and he's getting the shop again. This is starting to be pretty problematic over here. Still no healing for the Blade Master, running down this one single footman. 1 kill away now from level 2. Might get that kill onto the footy. Ah, still pretty healthy. 3 grunts though, over here now. Interesting game. Very aggressive on level 2 with the AM. Kind of Infi-esque out of sock. Makes sense on the map, of course. Extremely hard to creep level 3 on. Close to impossible against strong orc players. Blade Master will invest another Windwalk here probably to get the footy kill. Quite a bit of damage onto the grunts. This will also mean that the Shadow Hunter, who's of course coming out second, won't be able to take camps very quickly, which he would like to do. Shadow Hunter always wants to go to the natural, creep that right away, and boom, you're basically level 2. As the Blade Master also hits his level 2. So early game LR is never great for an AM, never really gets to level 3, never really gets close to level 3. But for the second hero in the mid game, for the Mountain King, for the... Wait, is he going Alchemist? Sok has the resources for a second hero. Oh, is he forgetting about it? Wait, is he out already? What? So here's the Shadow. Oh, and of course he still doesn't have a shop, so he can't even heal up the grunts right now. Really annoying. Sok, where's your second hero? What? Oh my god. He just forgot him about this entire time. This MK is like a minute late now. Maybe as tier 2 was finishing, he was spamming the hero button on the altar. And he thought it started, but it didn't. Normally this doesn't happen to players on this level, but it happens to me sometimes on ladder. So maybe that's what happened to him, I don't know.
Forces are under attack.
Shadow Hunter will be level 2. Where's the Blade Master? Over in the main, bringing the healing over. It's about time. Oh my god. Usually this map is great for creeping up your MK. You get the Mercamp, you get the Merchant, and you get the Laboratory. All for your MK, and that's oftentimes level 3, or close to level 3 anyways. Single Windrider harass. Oh, the tower! It's almost ready. Can he cancel it?
A player's forces are under
He's not
attack.
even trying to. Good timing on the tower. Ooh, the grunt! Alright, boys. What is going on? This looks like... Ooh, okay. Here way. Alright. Windrider with a slow as well. The tower was finished in time, and the Windrider doesn't do much. Drained a few resources though. Out of sock. He needed to go for a lumber mill. He needed to go for a tower. He needed to go for repair. But of course, Windrider is also pretty expensive. How much is it again? 265? 260, 265, something like that. AM. Pretty good inventory for him. Double mantle. And the gloves. Was a big consumable. Greater healing for the Mountain King. Found from the first Ogre Magi. Very, very nice. And in we go. Militia not here yet in this battle. They should be. They're coming now from the main. But the Water Elemental is doing a good job tanking. And the Stormbolt secures the first skill. That's level 3 now on the AM. Speed Scroll moving forward. Nope, never mind. Changes his mind and moves back. Instead, the one Windrider gonna get Stormbolted and is probably gonna die to the Water Elemental damage. It certainly will, and that's level 2 now for the Mountain King as well. Blade Master dropping lower, has to be careful, and Snare on the AM won't lead too much though. Dust of Appearance, Blade Master is seen, and there's no Dispel yet. These walkers still only initiate. This is a horrible fight for FoCuS. Heal wave one more time. Nice saves there by FoCuS, but now he's completely out of mana. He's low health as well. FoCuS has to back up. Sok looking for more kills. He's got one more Stormbolt. The grunt's still slow. This is another easy one Oh man. Suck! Grabbing the lead here once again. Shadowhunter almost level 3 now at least. And I guess if you go for this Wind Rider, if you invest that 265 gold into a unit that really isn't that good at fighting, I guess you shouldn't contest the map so early before level 3 Shadow. But I didn't want to give up the Ogre Magi. And he didn't give up the Ogre Magi. And now in a moment he's going to be able to go for the Scroll of Healing here as well. But Sock, creeping very confidently, taking the Rock Golem away from FoCuS' side. Lionhorn of Stormwind, really good nowadays. Used to be the meh item number 1, but now it's 2 armor on everything, which is super good. I think this is actually one of the best items in the game now. I'm not even kidding. Or is it? It's I think it's really good. Don't know if it's one of the best. Like, you can also get Khadga's Pipe of Insight here, which is for some armies completely insane. It's maybe not one of the best, but it's certainly very good now. And the Ogre Lord drops Legion Doomhorn, also really good. Aura for the Orc, gonna be very welcome. All the Burrows don't have reinforced defenses yet, and gets a Raider for free here, does Sock. This is already starting off horribly for FoCuS. He was the favorite coming into this, but Sock is showing up with a great performance here today, and may very well be grabbing the 2-0 lead. Blade Master. Oh, surround on the Mountain King. He's not going for the Blade Master control, not using the Stormbolt on him, but rather trying to get the Raiders. Nice micro on the Breakers, not getting devoured. The Kodo Beast, that's exactly what it wants. Blade Master bash! He is going into Windwalk, holy crap. Needs a heal cells, he needs some healing. He needs all kinds of healing. But the Breaker front line is established. They have 5 armor already. But the MK... Oh, he's surrounded! He's surrounded by the peons, actually. Invisibility, trying to save him with that, but there's not enough control. There's no Raiders anymore. Oh, excuse me, there was one still. Blade Master. Damage is okay, but it's not that insane. With more heat waves coming from the Shadow. He's got the shop support now, of course. But FoCuS is so supply blocked. Everything he loses, he can't reproduce. He's going to be dropping down to less than 40. Oh, heal scroll. Last second save on the Raider. At least he has enough gold now to supply the Shadowhunter with mana. But the frontline damage is so poor. These Breakers are taking very little damage only. Dispel aggressively, in essence, because he's trying to look for kills with it. And Blade Master does get one more kill on the Sorceress. But more and more slows are coming in. The Spirit Link here is a really big deal. The Breakers didn't quite hit critical mass earlier to steal all of the Spirit Link. So it's still on the Orc army, still making him pretty tanky. Kodo Beast, he can't afford to lose this one. Would mean a Breaker back. MK, what's he doing here? He's getting hexed! He can't use the invul! Oh, Dispel! Dispel on the Hexed with his own Priest, so he gets the invul off. That could be the play of the game to win Sock this game. MK still in a dangerous position. There is another Ensnare. The Blade Master, though, doesn't have the Windwalk to reach him in time. Stormbolt to keep him controlled. Keep the first hero away from the Mountain King. And somehow he escapes to the back of the Orc main. TP transferred now onto him. But it seems like Sock may have stayed a little too long. Or did he? We have militia support coming in from the opposite side of the map. How was he able to save this Mountain King? Completely insane. And it's still a big force here for Sock. Invul triggered kind of early on the Blade. MK was getting not really too close to the mana, but wanted to be safe. Mountain King still waiting in the back, getting healed. Bit after bit by the Priest. And now he's feeling ready again to go into the front line. One more spell to be used by him. Level 4 now for the AM. Even more mana regen for everything. Stormbolt on the Raider. FoCuS wants to keep it alive, but he can't. He doesn't have the mana for the heat wave. Clarity cancelled from the AM. Sock is playing this really, really well now, and the Water Elemental is so hard to deal with. Another disenchant coming in. Level 4 for the Shadowhunter. If the Blade gets level 4, by the way, it's going to be a big level up for him. MK getting ensnared, but he's got the Spirit Link now. With that, the Mountain King so tanky. The Borrow shots coming in for a bit of support as well. Blade Master needs one more kill. One more kill for level 4. Is he really going for the MK? I don't think he can afford it. I don't think he can get it. Ensnare, not ready yet on the Raider. There we go now. being traded. Raider for the Berserker. That's level 4 for the Blade. But he doesn't have much bonus damage. Doesn't have much bonus damage at all. Solo speed to get away, to get more mana as well. And we have a shop coming up in the back. Shop finished, actually, for Sock. 47 supply. Knocking down the front door of FoCuS. If he loses this, he's gonna be out of the running for the final. But that's gonna be a third place decider match. And it looks like he's gonna have to play in that one. Invis Peasants. Invis Peasants blocking the way. Oh my god. Sock coming out with the plays now. I'm not sure if it's full block. No, it's not quite, but it was a smart idea. Now he's blocked in! Or he's blocked out rather! He can't get back in! Oh, that was intentional! He let him go out, but he doesn't let him get back in. And with that, the Blade Master is dead. The disenchant against the Invis. A little too late. GG. Wow! Sock 2-0 against FoCuS.